Hello, 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 hello out there. It is the Johnny Allen of the Johnny Allen 30-minute podcast. How we doing? We're going live. Yeah, straighten up the old hattie hat. Yeah, we're going live today because I tell you what, why not? Why not? Let's just go live. How y'all doing out there tonight? And I got the chat on, got the chat rolling. We're going to do a few things here real quick. Let's get on here and I'm going to dial up some of my friends here to watch the podcast. All right, so let's do this. Let's just dial it up here. All right, we're going live. Yeah, we are on live. How about that? How about it? Yeah, how about that? So we're going to share the live content with some of my friends. We're doing that right now, guys. We're dialing some people up here. Okay. Here we go. All right. Again, welcome to the podcast. I'm Johnny Allen. This is the Johnny Allen 30-minute podcast. And yes, I'm here on Thursday. It is April the 28th, 2022. Yes, I did not say 2020. So, Charles, if you're watching, I didn't say 2020. Okay. What I do here, guys, I just talk about everyday life situations. I got the new sun screen, these are the new shades. And I thought we'd just try them on. Anyway, I talk about everyday life situations. I drink coffee on the podcast. Today I am drinking the red mug. Okay, there we go. Red mug. Not bad. Red mug coffee roasters, which is over in Ohio. I'll put links below. We'll take a swig to being alive. Toast to being alive. Yeah, today I'm going live because I really don't have anything on the agenda. The week is went by quick, but I do have some things to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about all the crazy, just the unstableness, craziness, weirdness that's going on. I talk about it every week. Pretty much talk about it all the time, but today has been really, really weird with it. I don't know, starting with yesterday or the day before, I pulled out the Edition and I hit a deer with my Mustang, but it did no damage. So I lucked out. Just nothing. It didn't hurt the deer. It didn't hurt the car. I was getting ready to stop anyway. The deer just was kind of there and kind of just brushed up against the car and took off. So that was weird. A weird start anyway to the morning. I tried to go an alternative route where they don't run, and they run, and they ran into the car. But I talked about this earlier. We're destroying all the environment around, so I don't blame the deer. They're trying to find a place to go. They can't find any places to go. So it's going to happen more frequently that we're going to have collisions with deers and wildlife and everything else because we're taking away their territory. Man today is getting pretty aggressive on all fronts. Aggressive, weird, not paying attention. I don't know if it's COVID or what, but today I was going to get these glasses and I'm coming home and this kid blatantly ran the stop sign, didn't even look. I missed him by this much. I swear they're trying to get my Mustang. I swear they're trying to destroy it. Between the wildlife and crazy people, they're trying to kill my car. Missed him by this much, literally. And I squeal him, and he's just not. He's looking the other way. He's not looking at me. He just keeps on proceeding to keep on driving. There was a truck behind me, and the truck was like, I said, I don't know. It's like they're in zombie land. Like everybody's in zombie land. It's just like it's crazy. Like they just, like they're not here. And the ones that are here, are going and taking over things, trying to rule people's lives. That's one thing I want to talk about today. I guess I'm going to talk about this, share this. And you guys can comment below. I got the chat on. Got a few people coming in right now. There is Kurt from Lafayette, Indiana. Hey, Kurt, kind of close to my place, Lafayette. Welcome aboard. He said, yeah, drivers are wacky. Yeah. He actually has some choice words, but I can't repeat them here. I get in trouble. Yeah, you're right. They are. They're wacky. They don't know what they're not paying attention. And, I looked at it this week. really hard. I mean, it's just like people trying to control your life, right? And trying to tell you what to do all the time. I talk about this all the time. Trying to tell you what to do, trying to control your life. Feel like you don't know what you're doing. I was teasing the other day. I must have this big sign on the back of my on my back, rather, a big sign on my back that says, "I don't know what I'm doing. Please tell me." Because I never ask anybody anything. They just automatically telling me what to do. Of course, it's going in one ear and out the other. I kind of giggle about, laugh about. I don't understand why people are always trying to control you. I'm not the only one. I try to control a lot of people. Try to tell them what to do, how to think, how to live, how to do this, how to do that, blah, blah, blah. They state the obvious. It goes on and on. And then you got the zombie, I call them the zombie drivers that aren't paying attention, that don't care. I went to band rehearsal last Friday. It'll be a week ago tomorrow. I went to band practice, try to get down to where the band practice is. Normally it's a 30-minute drive from here. It took me an hour and a half because traffic was just so screwed up here. And I barely made it because people driving crazy, accidents everywhere. Has the whole world gone mad? I mean, I really think it has. And I try to talk about positive stuff, and I'm trying to be positive, but it is really even hard for me to be positive in this negative world that we live in now. I mean, and that's why I just kind of sit at home. I mean, today, like before I almost got clobbered, I was like, Lord, just get me home. Just get me home. I just want to get home in one piece. My car in one piece. I just want to get home so I can sit down and relax and do the podcast. Another one joins. Katie from, where's that? Where are you from, Katie? Not saying. Just Katie saying, yeah, drivers are upped, you know. Yeah, they are the rude, and they just, I guess I'm kind of talking about drivers a little bit. They're rude, and they speed, and they don't care. I went through a school zone, and it says flashing 30 miles an hour, and people are just like ignoring it. Just, like I said, people are in this zone, this fog. They just do what they want to do. They have no idea you're out there. They don't care if you're out there. They don't care. They just don't care. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's COVID. It's affected their brains or what. I used to make fun of these zombie movies and stuff like that came out, but I really think that people are turning into zombies. Comment below. What do you think? We turn into a zombie nation, a zombie world. Even like Putin, I think he's flipped out. People are flipped out. They're cuckoo. They're flipped out. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Comment below if you got it figured out, or if you agree or disagree or whatever. I don't know. It's just crazy. So today I had an appointment to go to Noble to the doctor's office, and a little ways away from where I work. It's a good 30 minutes without traffic, and I'm trying to get out on time. Got an appointment to go pick up these specs today that I paid for. I've been waiting for a month to get them. And about 12 minutes before I'm ready to clock out from the day job, my boss comes up to me and says, hey, to me and Charles, if you're watching, peace out, brother. My boss comes up to us and says, hey, just the two guys I'm needing. And I'm like, oh gosh, what now? What now? I got 12 minutes before I'm getting ready to go. See my watch. It's a pretend watch. 12 minutes before I'm getting ready to leave this place. I'm ready to leave. I got things to do. I got stuff outside the workplace I do. When I'm off the clock, it's my time. So I just told her in a polite way, I said, well, this thing you want me to do, can I do it in 15 minutes? Because I leave in 15 minutes and I got to be somewhere, She didn't really care. She's like, yeah, you can get it done. Yeah, you can get it done. Just do it. Point is, I made it. I rushed the task and, got out with 5 minutes to spare. Got 5 minutes to spare to pick these up before the place closed. 5 minutes. I made it in 5 minutes, but I got them. But the thing is, I'm trying to say is, man, I'm just going through my life, trying to do my thing, trying to, and people are always constantly doing this or, trying to get in your space, disrupt your whole routine, your whole flow on everything. Yeah, I got somebody. Caitlin says, yes, I know what you mean. Control freaks. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining, by the way, the podcast. It's just, I'm so ready to retire. I'm so ready to just retire. Ready to retire. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how ready I am to retire. Don't you just have those days and where you just want to just like, okay, I'm giving up on, I just want to just be a hermit and just shut down and just have everybody get off my back and off my case. I've had that for about the last couple months now, maybe last year or so coming on. Um, Even like with the music, I feel like, besides doing, all right, without getting into a big thing with the music, I've been doing music for over 40 years. I played in various bands. I've enjoyed them. Um, but I have a hard time, with the exception of my brother, I have a hard time with the process of being in a band nowadays. And it's nothing against people in general. Everybody I've played in bands with, I love them. But I just have a hard time, and I just don't have the desire to do the stuff that I once wanted to do or once liked to do. And it's even getting that way with music a little bit. I just, on everybody else's schedule, stop what you're doing. You got to do this. You got to do that. In other words, I just really don't have any freedom to do what the hell I want to do, basically, in a nutshell. Amen, brother. Josh. Josh from Alabama. Hey, Alabama, sweet home. Sweet home, Alabama. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah, I just feel like I don't have any control. I mean, I know I do, and I, to a point, but I feel like I just don't have any control of the nonsense. Everybody just trying to tell me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You can't go home because I need you to do this first, even though I got something to do when I get off of work. I do have a life when I get outside of here. In other words, you don't own me. And it's like with everything. It's like with everything, with me anyway, right now, that everybody wants me to do what they want me to do. That's a hell of a song from the Commodores, by the way. If you haven't heard that, it's called Easy. It was made a long time ago. It's a great song. Lionel Richie wrote it from the Commodores. Check it out, Easy. Everybody's wanting me to do what they want me to do. How true is that? I mean, it really is true. In other words, I like to drive a car that runs on gasoline. The government says, no, we don't want you to do that. We want you to have this shit can, pardon my language, electric car that has no fun. That is no fun. In my opinion, I'm old school. I'm putting down electric cars. They have their place. But anyway, it's just an example of what people want me to do. I want you to give up certain days of the week because this isn't ours anymore. It's mine, kind of thing. People want to control stuff. They want to just, I don't know. I don't understand it. I feel like I want to be in a team, right? I want to be in a good team, but I just have not found the team yet. I guess the only team that I have found, I will correct that I have found a good team. And the team is my wife and my dog. That's a good team. And my Savior, Jesus Christ. I love being on that team, whether you're a believer or not, that certainly helps me. I tell you what, he's got me out a couple jams already this week. Yeah, with my car, especially. Anyway, it's just been one of those weeks for me. Thanks for joining in. I just talk about everyday life situations. I basically just do what I'm doing here, talk about things I experience, how I feel, what's going on a little bit in the world. I started getting bombarded by this other person at the workplace that every day was talking about politics and politics and politics and politics and politics. And finally, I just told her politely, I said, you know what? I don't pay attention and I don't want to have the conversation. I just don't have anything to say about it. You want to talk about puppies or the sky or the weather, I'm more than glad to talk about it. But when it comes to all the craziness that's going on out there with the politics and the world situation, I just need a break from it. I need a break. How about you guys? Comment below. Do you need a break from all the world problems? Well, I tell you, it's craziness. So the question is, what do I do to get away from some of this stuff? Well, I do this. I do play music. I play acoustic guitar. I won't even play the stuff that's in the band I'm in. I'm just going off and playing maybe a old original of mine, or going off and playing an Elton John song, or going off and playing maybe a Collective Soul song, or something that's totally different than what's going on that people want me to do. You know, that's the thing, is what people want me to do. And I felt like I felt like I have no control of my life, and in so many ways, whether it be in the workplace or outside the workplace. And you know what? As I'm approaching the 60 number, some people don't even live long, live as long as I have, especially in the days of COVID and everything else. I'm taking back my life and doing what I want for the most part. People say, well, John, you can't really retire. You can't quit here. You can't quit. You can't do this. You can't do that. What are you going to do for money? Blah, 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 blah. There's alternative ways. If you're unhappy with what's going on in your life, folks, guess what I'm getting at today with this one is try to make a change. Make a change. Yeah, change is good, John. Thank you, Chad. Chad from somewhere. Philadelphia. Yeah. Let's make changes, another drink of coffee. You look at the news sometimes, and the big news now is, besides the war in Ukraine, which is awful, and the threatening of nuclear weapons, which is insane. Everybody knows it. The threat of World War III, which is insane. Everybody knows it. Is Elon Musk, buying Twitter for billions of dollars. That's the news. Now think about that. That's the news, right? That's the news. Not that I pay much attention to it, but you can't hardly get away from it. But that's the news. Elon Musk bought Twitter for billions of dollars. First of all, it's hard to imagine having billions of dollars. It's hard for me to imagine having $1 million, right? I'd be happy having $1 million. 1 million. To me, that's what I'd be. Whoa. But these guys have billions of dollars. They have billions of dollars to go buy Twitter. And Twitter, and the person that owned Twitter, I don't even know who it is. I don't care. I'm not even on Twitter. Is smiling. They made a bunch of money. And you know what it is? It's a social media platform, kind of like what I'm on here, YouTube. These people make tons of money, silly money off stuff like this. And you got poor schmucks like me that try to get 20 people to follow your podcast. It just doesn't make sense how that is. Makes no sense at all. Comment below. I'm all for the average person like me and you. Nothing against those guys, but I'm all about me and you, because you get those big leaders, and I'll talk about that, these big, powerful, wealthy people that try to run and dictate everything. They don't know what they're doing. Just like destroying all the woods and everything. I talked about this several weeks. The deer and the wildlife have no place to go. They don't know what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing, but they're really just tearing everything apart. Everything apart. We got one planet. I talk about this all the time. One world. You take care of it. Things are so dang expensive today too. I mean, that's not news. I mean, really, shouldn't be. Nothing against vegetarians, but people that love meat, they're wanting to get rid of that. They're saying, nah, we're going to make it so expensive, we're going to force everybody to be vegetarians. And then when all the vegetables run out, what are we going to do? You starve? I mean, I can go on and on and on and on about all this stuff, and I just get so tired of it. But the main thing this week that has bothered me is, like, for one, people panic about stuff all the time. One of my other cohort workers today, oh, we had an inventory yesterday and we didn't get that much supply today. So tomorrow, guess what? She's all freaking out about, oh my gosh, it's going to be really busy and it's going to be awful and blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? We'll just deal with it when it comes in. You do what you can do, and that's it. And then you go home. You just do what you can. That's all you can do. And she's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to stay all night, blah, blah, on the front. I said, you know what? You don't have to if you don't want to. No one's really forcing you to stay. I mean, my boss tried to force me to stay there, but if I really wanted to, I could walk the heck out at 2:30. I could walk out because that's all I'm contracted to do. 8 hours and go home. That's it. You cannot make me go. You cannot do that. And you know what? My coworker comes back and she says, well, we work in the healthcare industry and people need our supplies. Yes, she's right. They do. But also, you don't want to stress yourself out to where you end up being the patient on the other end of it, which I was back in December because of stress of trying to keep up with a poor managed organization. And it's not just where I'm at, it's everywhere. That's why you see signs everywhere. We need help. We need this. We need that. We need that. People are tired. People are burnt out. They're tired. They're tired of everything. They're tired. They're burnt out. That's what it is. Major burnout. I know I am. They're tired of people telling them what the hell to do. They're tired of hearing all the doom and gloom, even though I'm talking about it. But they're tired of hearing all the doom and gloom stuff. They're tired of all that stuff. So they're just like shutting down. It's like, I forget it. We went to a Mexican restaurant Sunday, which wasn't really my idea, but I was a team player and I said, I'll go. I'm going to end on this tonight, guys. This is really all I got. Hope you're having a good day. Really, I do, despite everything. And I'm having a pretty good day despite everything going on. Try to make it that way. Drinking this Red Mug coffee, pretty good, from Ohio. I'll put links below on this channel if you're interested in coffees. Anyway, I go to a Mexican restaurant last Sunday. They have dollar margaritas. It was my friends that I went with idea to go because they like the dollar margaritas. Well, I don't really drink that much, and I don't really drink margaritas. But I thought, like, I'll be a sport and I'll go. I'll be a good sport and I will go. So I get out to the parking lot, and mind you, I get up really early on Mondays. So Sunday nights are really not a good night for me to go out anyway. But I said I'm going to be a good sport. So I get out to the parking lot. I'm with the wife, and I see like a zillion cars in the parking lot. I thought, ooh, this ain't going to work. They are packed to the max. We'll be lucky to even get in there. So I text the neighbors in the group and text. I said, it's packed. Are you sure you want to try? This is packed. I'll try. I'll get in there. I get in there. We get seated. They have about 5 people working, a crowd of about 200. Okay. Not looking good. Sat there for, 45, 50 minutes. Didn't even get a drink. Lucky we got chips. That was it. After about an hour, my friends across from me said, and they were bugging the waiter, hey, when are we going to get this stuff, and they're trying and everything. But, I felt sorry for them. There were like 5 people working in that place. Trying to serve 200, 300 people. They got 5 trying to serve 300. It doesn't work. The math doesn't match up. So I told my wife at the beginning, I said, hey, I really don't want to, nothing against, the people that we're going with. I love them and everything. But, this Mexican restaurant ain't going to work tonight. I don't want to do it. Well, it's up to you. Well, I don't know. My wife, I love her, but she, So I hang in there, and the 2 people in front of me, or that were sitting in front of me, said, we're gone. God love them. They said, yeah, we're done. We're out of here. I said, you know what? I'm with you. I'm behind you. I got to go. We had to put our order in and stuff, but we were waiting way too long. So you know what? Adios, went out, left. But anyway, that's the moral of the story is cut to the chase. The bottom line, whatever you want to say, at the end of the day, is because they didn't have enough people, enough staff working, and that's with everything. And they're all burnt out. And I felt sorry for those people working in there. I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have walked out myself. So forget this. I can't serve 300 people. Well, it's kind of the way it is where I'm at. We're serving quite a few people, and we're understaffed and overworked. And then when you're ready to go home, because you've been busting it since 6 o'clock, your boss says 12 minutes for getting ready to leave. I need you to do one more thing before you leave. You got to run this up. Come on now, really? Come on. So Johnny Allen's going to change that. I got to change it. I'm getting too old to be dealing with that stuff anymore. I've been a faithful guy with everything I've been doing, and it's just time for a change. With a lot of stuff. You guys are going to see a lot of changes with me. I'll keep the podcast zooming as long as people are, tuning in a little bit. But my music thing is going to change. Just everything's going to change. And probably for the better. I'm just slowing down and cutting back, and, I'm getting all the debt. I suggest you get all your debt paid off if you haven't done so. Get that stuff paid off so you can work a job that you don't have to work 300 hours a week. And you can lessen your hours and enjoy the time at home, have more control, freedom, and control of your life. That's where I'm at today, having control of your life. Without all this going on out here, people trying to control your life. And I'm not going to try to be rude with people or anything anymore, but I'm just going to tell like it is. From now on, if a Mexican restaurant's too crowded, I'll just tell the neighbors or whoever I'm going with, friends, and say, sorry, I'm not going to do it. Too crowded. Go someplace else, or I'll join you next time. In the story, I'm gone. I don't care who I make mad. Really, I don't. The boss is asking me to stay. I ain't got time for that. I got to go. Don't care no more. Really, I don't. Band members say, hey, we got to pay these high prices for recording. We got to do it. We got it on time chain. We're on a time schedule. We got to do it now. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything anymore that I don't want to do. I know that sounds a little bit selfish, but I've been doing it for over 50 years. Whatever everybody else wants me to do, just like the song Easy. Everybody's want me to be what they want me to be. They want me to do what they want me to do. What they want me to do, not what I want to do. That's the end of the story today, guys. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the chatters. Had a few of them. Thanks for joining in. Live thing today. That's it. Have a good week. And you know what? We'll see where things go from here. I'm going to get some R&R because sometimes you just need it. I pray for this world. I really do. I pray for this world. One last thing is I was heading home. I saw a young couple, probably 18, 19, 20 years old. And like I said, I'm not trying to judge people, but I feel sorry for these people. They are lost. A man and a woman walking hand in hand in the street, which is nothing wrong with that, on the side of a busy street, but it looked like they just had the clothes on their back and, looking like they came out of a carnival. Like I said before, I'm not judging people, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, tattoos on the face and things of that nature. I mean, I don't understand that one anyway, but they just look like they were lost. And lost. I mean, simple as that, lost. Like they were just lost. And they need to be found. And a lot of the world's like that. I think the world right now, you know what? I really do think the world right now. Like the kid running the stop sign almost nailed him with my car. The world is lost. I guess that I'll sum up tonight's podcast with this. The world is lost. That whether it's your bosses at work telling you that you got to stay, they don't care about what's going on outside of there. It's all about them. It's tunnel vision. The world's lost. People don't know where they're going. People don't have jobs. People work too much. People don't work at all. Some people eat too much. Some people don't eat at all. You get where I'm going with all this? The world is lost. Lost, people. I don't know where it's going to head. I have my ideas, but that's a whole nother podcast. But yeah, the world is lost indeed. I mean, so much that's wacky going on out there. People trying to run other people's lives and lost souls. I mean, people breaking in other people's houses. I mean, you see these people, like I said, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but they just like have tats all over their faces and you can't even tell what they look like. I mean, I'm telling you the truth, man. When you do something like that, you're trying to cover up something, right? You're not happy with who you are. I've talked about this. So you're trying to cover up something. Now today I'm covering up my eyes just because I tried out the specs, but there's my eyes. But in all seriousness, I think the world is lost, guys. Comment below. Thanks for joining in my little podcast. It's 30 minutes every Thursday night. I'm Johnny Allen, 30-minute podcast. It's just basically me all the time, although I do have guests, and I'll have a couple guests coming up pretty soon. But yeah, tonight I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to just get on here live and just chat. And that's all we did. Go out. If you're a coffee drinker, go out and enjoy it while we still got it. Try to protect the wildlife. Don't destroy other people's property. I see this all the time too. People destroying other people's property. It's just a mess. I mean, I hate to go out negative like this, but it's just a mess. Maybe someday it'll all turn around for the better. But let's pray for these people. Especially if you're someone of faith, even if you're not, pray for these people. Even if you don't believe, just pray anyway. We need all the help we can get. All right, guys. Like I say every week, the Lord willing, I'll see you next week on the Johnny Allen 30-minute podcast. Don't let people rule your lives too much. Be nice to your neighbors and stay cool. All right. Later. Peace out.